Be in middle school English period. Was told to write a word starting with the letter G in many syllables as possible. Cannot repeat words. My turn. Mind started to race as I feel judgmental stares. Wrote. Gobbledygook. Classmates laughed. Teacher said, don't make up words. Anon. Everyone mocked my vocabulary for the rest of the day. Went home and found dictionary. Next day showed it to the teacher that it exists. Rather than explaining it to the class, teacher replied, stop being a sore loser. MFW. Also, I scored a 98% in the final English exam, yet my English grade on my report card was a C. Be me. Live with a girl. Big titty goth gf.png. Have been with her for 6 years now. There's one problem. She only uses me to satisfy her primal urges. Every single morning and sometimes before bed she remembers my existence and wants me to fulfill her bodily needs. That's it. Besides that, I have no other functions in the relationship. Because of it, I'm always stressed and think about losing her, being replaced, always worry that I no longer satisfy her, think that I've become rusty. Then suddenly, one day she comes back home visibly depressed, doesn't look at me at all for a while. After a week she suddenly remembers that I exist, and this time it seems like she believes I can help in other ways. She wants to go to the bathroom for some reason. We go there. The bath is filled with hot water. She wants us to bathe together. She gets in first, then helps me climb in as well. Suddenly drops me. She's immediately electrocuted. MFW in a toaster. Be me. Grow up with mom who abuses me, but still claims she loves me. Grow up as only child. Grow up not knowing dad. Time passes. Dad dies, never get to know him. Find out I have half-sister, who's 18, I'm 12. After all these years alone, I figure out I'm not. Mom knew, she never told me. Move in with grandma after huge fight. Eventually get my half-sister's Facebook by simply looking up her name. We actually look alike. Dark hair, blue eyes, except I have a stronger jaw. She's a solid 9 out of 10. Not even lying. Sent her one message. Hi. Weeks pass, she hasn't read it. Then one day, she reads it. I get so happy, but she never responds. Get no contact from her for 6.5 years, until one day she calls me. You know what she asks for? Money. Have a boyfriend in high school and the first part of college. He's not very intimate. Really have to push for kisses. Never had sex. Run into him. It's been 4 years. He's now the most flamboyant, effeminate, bold, makeup-clad gay man I have ever seen. Glad to know I was what it took for him to realize. Dad is a welder. Really hard worker, literally works himself to death. Does it because he loves my family and wants to provide. Comes home late, hardly ever see him. 2nd grade in primary school. In class, look at door and see my dad. Excuse me, can I take Anon outside to see the eclipse? Teacher lets me go out with my old man. Never seen one before, super stoked. Plus I'm happy to see my dad at school. He hands me a welding helmet like pick related and I look at the sun. Only lasted about 10 minutes but is still a cherished memory. New girl at work. We're all working from home. She sends me pics of her legs wearing short shorts that look more like underwear. I'm working like this today, hee hee. This happens multiple times. I figure that maybe she's trying to flirt. Ask her if she wants to go get something to eat. I don't see you that way, we're better off friends. Blah blah. Why do women do this? Fire alarms are an invasion of people's free will. I effing hate fire alarms. It should be an individual's choice whether or not to have to listen to that stupid loud beeping. Big fire alarm wants you to believe it's for your safety, but in reality they have the government in their pocket. They have made it mandatory for fire alarms to be installed in buildings. Free country my ass. People should be allowed to have their own personal fire alarms, of course, but they should only be set off when someone wants to hear it, not when the government approves of it. Whenever I enter a building I always take the batteries out of the fire alarms and resell them to overseas companies to put in kids' toys. Sit down to watch my boyfriend play. It's a Dark Souls-like type game. He dies. He activates a god mode one-hit kill cheat. I'm dating a little bitch and I hate it.